Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fairy Tale Reviews. I am your host with the most, with the pounds of the boast and all that. I am Savagezweipanda. Welcome back to chapter 501 of Fairy Tale. And we are just going to cut right into this stuff and all that because boy oh boy, with the controversy that we had with chapter 500 and all that, I know I was in the chapter with that one, but like, let's just say and all that. Definitely, this chapter was a way much bigger improvement for me than what chapter 500 was. So we get to see immediately from the start of this chapter, we get to see Brandish immediately like taking out Natsu immediately by actually increasing the tumor inside of him with the anti-Efrano tumor that developed inside of him and actually just returning it to its original size. So Natsu is pretty much out of condition and it's like, this is like, you know, like he's having a hard time where it's like breathing and all that. Like, remember, it's like, I can't hear his heartbeat and he's having a hard time and all that. And it's just like, you know, because like literally it's like, why are you doing this, Brandish? Just like, why? Because that man is a threat. And it's like, she's actually thinking about it, which I kind of liked, where it's like, I'm gonna, like, I know Natsu's literal weakness right now, which is that little tumor that I took care of him for, and now I can use that to my advantage and actually take him down, and now I only have to worry about Lucy. She's the only threat here that I actually need to take care of and all that, and it's just like, and like, no, like, I felt really bad that Happy, because he was just like crying, he's like, please don't make Natsu suffer like this, and he's just like, you three were the ones that chose to be my enemies and all that, and it's just like, and like, Lucy's like, you can't stop twisting things and all that, we can all still be friends and all that. It's like, you know, we don't ask you like to betray and everyone, we're just like, you know, we need to stop this shit and all that going around and say, well, I gave you the chance and all that, and it's like, you're confusing the relationship that we had with our mothers and all that. The two of us, we raid different scenarios, different countries, we fight the different things and all that, and it's like, it's true, I don't bear that grudge against you personally, but like, I have the, you know, I have to stand for like everything, you know, what we see with Alvarez and all of them, and it's just like, you know what, I'm tired of fucking searching the answers. Let's settle this the simple way, Lucy, and all that. And it's like, and she's like, all right then, if I win, like, you're gonna heal Natsu, and it's just like, you know, you understand, you're being a little bit mistaken here, Lucy. It's saying like, I'm not referring to this duel between you and I'm gonna settle things with myself here and all that. I've been like this fleeting mode and become emotional and all the sentiments and like and thoughts of killing you and parting ways with you. I'm gonna get rid of all this shit right now and all that. Fact of the matter is and all that, it's like, you've never had a chance against me from the start, and it's just like, and immediately it's just like, you know, like she's going like as Lucy tries to kick her, it's just like, I asked you to promise me, and it's like, sure, why not? But you're not going to have a chance against me. And I'm thinking there when Brandish says this, it's like, Brandish, you got fucking 9 hat on the ground right there that got immediately one-shotted by Nat, which, you know, that's still dog shit, that is. But, like, you've got how many of the Spriggans got taken down very early on, and it's now they're coming back up and all that to deal with this stuff. But I'm very happy as well that we actually get to see a bunch of star dresses immediately from Lucy and all that, using a brand new one, using the Scorpio one, which she has, like, honestly, she looks like she's wearing, like, a gym outfit, like, for the most part, with the headband and everything, and, like, kind of, like, the latex and all that. It's like, she kind of looks like she's wearing, like a sports outfit, and she's going in using the Sandbuster Kai and using like the like force and all that of the Sandbuster to go around, starts beating the shit out of Brandish like from all sides and all that. So definitely advantages of the Star Dress is a lot more of its agility from there. And she's like, you know what, I'm just going to make you small and all that. This is going to be the dealing with this. And she's like, all I've got to do is just squeeze the life out of you like this. And it's just like, no. She actually combines this like using her cancer form and all that, which I was like, oh shit. So we get to see with this form and all that, she actually has like 2 like scissors and all that. She uses like cancer, like actual pair of scissors as blades on this one, which I really like and all that, and seeing like the actual like dress of it as well like that. I was like, oh, this is actually really cool. And it's like, even especially for this one as well, it's like she's at like, it's really great to show that Lucy has like something up her arsenal for like kind of every version, like a situation that she's in. She needs to escape or something, she's got like something like the cancer form, or especially when she like went into the Aquarius one. Immediately when she returned to like the original size of her and all that, she went immediately up on her side and just did Acrometria and just blasted Brandish like that. And I was like really happy with this because it was like, this is showing that Lucy is no joke. Like, and I like, and people were saying this, even like, you know, advertisers, oh, Lucy's such a weak character, she's like the worst fucking member and all that. She's like, you're not pulling her weight and all that. And it's like, what is this right now that she's doing and all that? She's actually being able to do some like actual shit to people. And it's like every scenario that she's been is like being outnumbered, and it's like when even with a one-on-one, and she knows like someone that's like as strong as Brandish, who's able to like reduce magic, and actually her actual reduction and increasing size and all that not only just applies to things inside of humans, not just applies to the land itself. She can actually do this to magic herself. So she actually grabs Lucy's magic, compresses it, and then actually magnifies it to a tonfold, like, to actually do this. And like, how do you think Natsu feels about during the entire, they seeing like Lucy getting like the shit rocked out of her, like, from like this, and like he's like completely powerless and not able to do anything and all that. And it's just like, I love just the fact that when Lucy's just able to say, yeah, you are way stronger, like, I know that, and it's like, I don't have that luxury of losing and all that, and the truth is, I can barely muster the resolve to fight with you and all that, as conflicted as I have to do something, because I'm going to protect Natsu no matter what. And I actually, like, I really did enjoy that part, like, you know, the chapter was like, you know, this is proving that Lucy's fucking strong, like, Lucy, like, now pulling her own, and I like that, and it's like, definitely after the time skip, she was, like, probably one of the ones that received it the best out of all the characters and all that, like, you know, she's actually able to, like, put up a fight with someone and actually pull out, you know, pull her punches and all that. I really do, like, enjoy that with her. But then the situation gets even more worse when, like, actually we get to see Dimaria come in, and she's like calling out for like Randy. It's like, and she's like, oh Mary, what are you doing here and all that. And it's just like, oh, what, you know, let's just end this fast right now and all that. And it's just like, and it's like, what the hell are you getting at? And it's like, you do realize that no matter what and all that, like Brandish had no intention of like killing you from the start and all that. It's saying, you know, returning the tumor to its original size, you know, don't make me laugh, like, you know, it's like, she's so desired it, she can enlarge all of, like, his internal organs and cause them to blow up. The same with you and all that. The same, like, goes to the girl, and like, you only need to shrink her and crush, like, her beneath your feet. And the same question, why didn't you do that? And it's like, you know, the theory is and all that, you realized I was watching already from the far and decided the best course of action would be to throw the battle in order to deceive me. And she's like, what the fuck and all that. And it's just like, such a pity, you know, like, Brandish and all that, you're no good to us. And just immediately she's like, oh, stop, and just uses her like her time powers and all that to immediately just cut up Brandish. And now this is where like people in the spoilers were like, oh my god, here comes another fake death and all that. It's like, you do realize, like, she got cut up a little bit. It's like, fuck me, how many times that happens when someone's been caught off, like, guard and all that, and actually gone down like that, and it's like, they aren't actually dead and all that. It's just like, I know that's, like, the bad rep the fucking fairy tale gets and all that, and especially with, like, chapter 5, I agree, but it's like, fuck me, that isn't a death, for fuck's sake, like, a fake death and all that. It's like, not like what, at least with fucking Judy, I think, like, people are way going over the fucking board with that shit and all that, and it's just like, and it's like seeing in the, it's like, are you the one that like is corrupting my dear little Randy? And she like just puts her boot to her fucking face, and it's like, I'm gonna make sure you die. It's like, you know, a slow and painful one, you little bitch, and all that for corrupting her. And this is the thing where I was like, well, like, this is a scenario where it's like, how the fuck is Lucy gonna get out of this? And like, where I was discussing this in the spoilers as well, is that the fact that Dimaria power is so fucking ridiculous that the only way that we've ever seen like Dimaria being able to be taken on is like by one, we had like someone like Ultia that was actually like, able to cancel out her magic slightly, where it was like able to like take him in the same part and like, you know, give that advantage. But the only other time we've seen like like out of all this time and all that, like Dimaria is actually being able to take damage and all that, is when she's been blindsided. Like when that time when Wendy kicked her in the face and all that, and that blindsided her and she didn't know it. So the only thing that we can do and all that in this scenario is that if Natsu gets up and all that, able that tumor and able to like distract her for a little bit, or Happy, and this gives like, you know, someone like Brandish or gives Lucy a chance to actually take it down, because I feel like this is going to be something that might probably both maybe Brandish or Lucy and all that, and might have to actually work together, or one of them is actually going to use this as an opportunity to take down Dimaria. And we've known that someone like who Brandish can easily, like we've seen from this chick and all that, can actually shrink things and all that. She's able to like shrink stuff like tumors and wounds. Why would she not do that with her, you know, her own wounds? She could easily do something like that as well, where it's like, oh, I've got a cut in my own body, I can actually shrink that. We've seen stuff like this happen with all Brandish, so I think like, well, people saying, oh, she's gonna die. No, that's immediately. So it's like, that's why, like, you know, Brandish has got some amazing kind of like endurability like that, so they're able to do something like that. So definitely, I think this chapter is way some better than what we had for chapter 500. Showing immediately Lucy's strength and all that, showing a bunch of the new forms and all that, showing like the Scorpio form, showing the Cancer form. I really absolutely loved like seeing a bunch of this stuff. Immediately she was using this combination, like using that in immediately with the Aquarius and blasting her on, showing that she was pulling her own weight. I loved that she was actually going back to back with Brandish, regardless of that, you know, she could just immediately crush the organs like if she fucking pleased and all that. It's like, even still with that kind of crippling damage and all that, she was still able to show that she is actually fucking strong. She is actually able to do that. Maybe she is still like out of the entire main group, she's probably still one of the weaker ones out there and all that at the moment, but she is still able to pull her own weight, and I absolutely love that at the moment, even dealing with someone that's actually got an immense amount of power like Brandish out of all of them. So definitely chapter 501, really enjoyed a lot, and interesting that the next chapter is going to be called Mavis and Zera, so I'm wondering what that's going to go about, like, where exactly that's going to be, because Mavis is in the scenario right now where she's, like, kind of a bit brain dead at the moment. The question is, since Invo has been defeated, does that mean the magic on Mavis is kind of like you're like reverting where she can't think about anything anymore? Is that like the scenario that we're going to be in? Is she like going to use that as an opportunity to like to escape and all that? Because she is stuck in a minute with like Arlene at the moment, so I'm kind of wondering where exactly that's going to go at the moment. So hopefully about that. But funny enough, none of this chapter had anything to do with Gray and Natsu. So I was kind of wondering about like, you know, like we never saw a single thing about Gray and all that, and we're not going to probably see that for a little while, maybe for a month or two, until we're actually ready and all that to have that fight between them. And honestly, since like where Brandish is coming and all that, it's like, you know, Brandish has to be alive because, you know, what else are we gonna do to deal with the fucking tumor right now, like in that scenario. So, you know, people are saying, oh, it's a fake death. I think you now just go and fucking overboard with that shit and all that. It's like just because the character gets sliced up a little bit and a little fucked up, like they got like without no like expectation or like saying like, oh, it's gonna get attacked. Then it's like, you know, that's a little bit stupid and all that. But overall, this is a way better chapter than chapter 500. Definitely really enjoyed this one a lot. I'm very much looking forward to chapter 5 too and see how Lucy's going to get out of the scenario. Definitely going to give this one an 8 out of 10 for this week. No, I really did enjoy this one. Definitely a little bit more informative than what I was expecting. I really wish this was chapter 500 instead, but that's all from me, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys though next time.